Hi, welcome to Anchor Reviews, and this is Tyler from Anchor Reviews on episode Unscripted, and I have a guest star with me today.
Hi, this is Seth.
Yep, this I just want to add, we haven't seen you since my Independence Day review.
That's right, Tyler.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So anyway, we have our review on Doctor Strange. Now, I know that this movie's been out for a while. I've just been busy a lot, working on other videos and, college work and that. So anyway, this is based off the Marvel comic books character of the same name, and this is in the Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it was kind of cool to have the new Marvel Studios logo. If you remember that part, this is the part where you respond.
I honestly, I don't remember that, Tyler. I don't know, Ty. I don't remember.
Okay, I just thought, maybe you remember something like that because that was completely new, kind of thing. So, anyway, this movie, again, based off the comic book character of the same name, which, by the way, did you know that DC Comics has their own Doctor Strange? His name is Dr. Hugo Strange. He's a Batman villain that existed even before the Joker did. So I guess Marvel's like, you know what? We want our own Doctor Strange. We'll make him a good guy and make magic in that. So on this one, we have Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, who gets in a bad accident. And he's a doctor, he uses his hands a lot, but his hands get messed up, and he pretty much is out of work. And he's really desperate, so he goes to this one place in Nepal to try to get his, hands healed. And he comes across a character known as the Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And he pretty much figures out that it's a bunch of magic. And he gradually learns throughout time. And then we have this villain known as... I'm just going to call him K because I'm trying to remember how you pronounce his name. Played by Mads Mikkelsen. I best know him as playing the villain in the first James Bond movie with Daniel Craig called Casino Royale. And you probably know him best as playing, Hannibal Lecter on that Hannibal TV show that was on. And I have to say that this is probably the most visually stunning movie I've seen all year. What do you think?
I would agree. There was a lot of things going on, and going back to what you kind of said earlier, how the description of this movie kind of reminds me of Bruce Wayne and Batman, and how he goes on a journey to help, I guess, heal and find a way for himself.
Yeah, I mean, this character and also Iron Man were very much, in a way, inspirations from the Batman character. I think Stan Lee in an interview said that Iron Man and Doctor Strange are very similar in their haircuts and goatee. In fact, both Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch have played Sherlock Holmes before, so it'd be kind of funny when they're both on screen. It's like, oh, that movie when Sherlock Holmes and Sherlock Holmes work together, or something like that. And again, we're kind of jumping ahead to the special effects. I want to get to that, but with the other, I guess you can say, cast members, there was kind of a controversy with this movie with Tilda Swinton playing the Ancient One, because in the comic books, the Ancient One is an Asian man, but she is, a white woman, so it's kind of like the complete opposite. But then again, the actor who plays Mordo is actually, in the comics he was white, but, he's African American. But, for some reason, no one, I guess, complained about that part. But, yeah, just find, interesting. But again, both of them did a really good job in their acting. And also it was nice to see, Rachel McAdams, who hasn't really aged that much in the past 10, 15 years, as, Doctor Strange's, assistant when he's like a doctor in that. And the scenes involving, her reacting to the magical stuff was pretty funny.
I would agree. She's wondering what is going on and so confused, but just goes along with it so well.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, especially how there's a part, we'll get to the magic, but where they can leave their bodies and their spirits fight, and I guess somehow their spirits, move objects when they're bumping into different stuff. And then I guess there's this one doctor character's getting some from the vending machine. They bump into the vending machine, and two more of those bags of chips falls, and he's like, I'm just gonna grab some more, because I'm like, might as well not. I thought it was cool how he can do that when he was sleeping but reading books. I'm thinking to myself, I gotta learn this stuff because I got so many books to read in college. I want to be able to sleep a lot but also read and do other stuff at the same time. Where can I learn this power?
I definitely understand how you feel, Tyler. Having that power going through college would have been amazing.
Yeah, I think every single college student or someone who used to be a college student wish they could do that sort of thing. But yeah, again, the magic. I think the stuff that stood out the most was when the cities started to become like super trippy and bended. You know the scene from Inception when they're going around the city where it's like being tilted and that. This is that, but completely snorted a whole long line of cocaine, and this is what we got. In fact, if you probably saw a while back when Apple decided to do their own kind of version of Google Maps, but it completely looked messed up, like it was kind of tilted looking, and places looked like off-centered in that. This is kind of like that in a way. I think they drew inspiration from that, if not also Inception.
I was thinking the same. I saw the commercials for Inception. I never saw the movie, and
Highly recommend it.
Made me think, holy cow, they're doing all this crazy stuff with the buildings and shape-shifting them and moving them around.
Yeah, and as well as we also see not a shortage of strange things, is that there's a part where he's introduced to magic for the first time, and then like he goes to like these different dimensions, and it's very trippy and scene. In fact, his fingers start growing hands, and those hands start growing hands. It was like, whoa!
I almost wondered what kind of drugs did I take before I came here, but I didn't. It was just the movie and the special effects.
Well, if you ever wondered, if you always wanted to wonder what it's like to be on drugs, I just go see this movie. It's a lot healthier for you, and it's legal. Yeah.
Almost as expensive, but it's legal.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't go to jail for this. But anyway, I also thought it was kind of cool. We saw Doctor Strange's like cape do a lot of cool stuff, and how that was kind of its own sentient being in a way. And yeah, it was kind of funny how he kind of played around with his cape a little bit. But as well, we saw a bunch of like portal dimension, shifting. The thing I liked about Doctor Strange was like how Doctor Strange was more this broken person who's kind of arrogant because, oh yeah, I can do this sort of thing. He's overly confident, and then when his hands are broken, a lot of his confidence and pride is lost and damaged, and then doing this is kind of regaining it. But what's nice is that he has a desire to learn and try to adapt to new things, and this makes him a very quick learner. At first it's slow, but throughout time it just becomes like an avalanche pretty much for him, like a snowball effect in a way. And I thought that was a really cool thing. And I do agree with kind of like Batman Begins a little bit. They're out in an Asian country in the cold and learning different new stuff. The problems I have with this movie was the fact that, yeah, again, it's kind of like the same Marvel, tropes we've come to expect from, different stuff that's happened. I will say, yeah, it's definitely one of the more colorful movies, which a big complaint of that I have with some of the Marvel movies is that they kind of look a little bit like too much like concrete, like they're kind of dull in colors. This one was definitely a lot more colorful. And then some of the sudden zoom-ins, like, sometimes in a movie they'll show something and they'll zoom in dramatically or zoom out dramatically. That's a bad, technical cliche in my opinion. But I think everyone laughed with the scenes of this character named Wong, played by Benedict Wong, ironically. And, he's in, the library, and he's like, you should not, try getting this information in these books. So then as soon as Doctor Strange figures out how to open up portals, he's like, grabbing the different books and that sort of thing, like, behind his back. And I'm just wondering, if this, if any of these guys got into the wrong hands, like, yeah, we know, like, certain people already becoming villains, but yeah, they'd be like, of course, going to any place. You know how dangerous you would be if you could teleport anywhere?
Yeah, definitely. I would, be watching my back everywhere I went if people could teleport anywhere they wanted.
Yeah, true. One thing I kind of wondered was that, yeah, all this magic is happening, and they kind of establish in some scenes, like, yeah, people are safe, but you're telling me no one's aware of all this trippy inception on, some kind of LSD stuff going on? Wouldn't that be kind of what's going on here?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's crazy how the people, real life people doing their everyday thing, are completely unaware of what's going on. Going back to the whole portal thing, could you open a portal, shoot a terrorist through the portal, and then close it back up? Does it work that way?
Yeah, probably. My question is, what if you stepped like halfway through and the portal closes? Would you like split in half or whatever? Or I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe they'll get that in the sequel. So, what would you give this movie, Seth?
I would give this movie 2 thumbs up. I didn't know much about it going into the movie, but it kept me entertained throughout the whole event, and the comic relief throughout the whole movie also kept me involved. So 2 thumbs up for me.
Okay, I would say that Doctor Strange was definitely one of the better Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Although, yeah, it does have some tropes in the MCU that I'm kind of okay with, but also kind of not okay with. Maybe they should try a little bit something more different. But at the same time, I really did like a lot of the special effects. I thought Benedict Cumberbatch was really good as Doctor Strange. Some of the casting I wish was more different, but they were good for what they did with their acting. As well as this being, again, funny stuff, but also a lot of great visual eye candy. And I would be kind of shocked if this movie did not get nominated for an Oscar for Best Special Effects. So overall, I give Doctor Strange about 3 stars out of 4. So anyway, that's it for this episode of Unscripted on Anchor Reviews. This is Tyler from Anchor Reviews.
And this is Seth.
Yep, and we hope to make more episodes of Unscripted in the future. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe.